Hey guys, we're doing an interesting video on Wild Rift. So we're back with a Xayah commentary guide. And now straight up, right at the front of the video, nothing has actually changed about Xayah in terms of buffs and nerfs. Nothing has changed about Xayah's build. The only thing that has really changed is kind of people's perception of Xayah. And most people I believe, think Xayah is pretty bad at the moment. But I always gotta make a video on Xayah every patch or so to just say that Xayah is still very good, because Xayah will always have a place in the meta unless she's nerfed to the absolute ground, because Xayah is pretty much the safest ADC in the game. The only other ADC that you could really say is very safe is probably Ezreal, but Xayah is probably safer than Ezreal because she has 3 safety tools, but she doesn't have a dash. Ezreal does have a dash, although Xayah technically can build Proto Belt to get a dash, I guess you could say, but Xayah is mostly the safest ADC. So normally when you're going into something like a Gragas or a Malphite, which we are going in this game, of course if you're playing Ezreal you could dash out of the way, but honestly Xayah's invulnerability is just way bigger because you simply cannot get hit in the first place. So Xayah, pretty much the safest ADC, will always have a place in the meta just because of the fact that her ult will always be useful. Basically, when you're up against teams like this, where as you guys can see, they have a huge wombo combo team with a Malphite, a Gragas, a Nami, and of course the Yasuo. So Yasuo, obviously the main person who's going to benefit from the combo, either from Nami's bubble, Nami's ultimate, Malphite's ultimate, or Gragas' ultimate, or Gragas' body slam. So many ways to proc Yasuo's ultimate. So really, obviously we're up against a huge wombo combo team. So basically, I picked up Xayah for myself because I can use my ult to avoid at least one of them if I use it correctly. Of course, I can use it to avoid either Gragas' CC or Malphite's one, most likely. So anyways, Xayah, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think Xayah is good at all points in the game. Like in lane, she's one of the ADCs with a higher range compared to a lot of the ADCs in Wild Rift, because the popular ADCs are like Vayne, Lucian, and Xayah, who all have very low range, and pretty much the other ADCs who have higher range are people like Ashe, Miss Fortune, and Xayah, who have higher range, but they're a little bit less popular. So most of the time, more likely than not, you're gonna be up against someone with lower range than you, so you probably can harass them with just your auto attacks and your feathers. But even if you're up against someone like a Caitlyn, in lane Xayah is still fine. Like, she's fine because her range, as I said, is respectable, I guess you could say, and she always has a threat of pulling back her feathers for a huge root or at least some huge damage with her feathers. So in lane she's alright. When she gets to the mid game, she gets some items and she becomes pretty alright. She doesn't have like a big mid game power trough like Tristana or Caitlyn. And at late game, obviously she has items, she has skill, so she's really strong. So pretty much she's alright at all stages of the game. Alright, so here Jace has come in for a gank. I'm shoving the wave in case we want to dive, but unfortunately the enemy team shows up to the party. I try to ult to avoid taking damage, and I do actually manage to successfully kite them out at least a little bit. Twisted Fate gets the kill onto the Nami, and unfortunately I get hit by Yasuo's tornado and I get ulted, you know, like a fool basically. So well, we're just gonna pretend we didn't see that, and yeah, so not the best look. But here the extended fight kind of continues with Jace and Twisted Fate hanging around, and Gragas and Lucian hanging around. Lucian lives it with Sliver of Health, and Gragas goes in, picks up a kill for himself onto the Jace, and now it's all on Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate flash forward, stun card, and does manage to pick up the kill onto the Lucian, pops his barrier, and Nami obviously is not going to be able to actually pick up the kill on Twisted Fate. Alright, so at this point, me and Jana have recalled, or I have revived, she has recalled, and we've come back into the lane to provide a little bit of support for our Twisted Fate. Alright, so here just clearing up the rest of the wave. Since we have 3 people, I guess we're just going to, of course, do some damage to the tower. The Jana is going onto Nami, but gets caught by everybody else. We managed to pick up a tower plate, but we're going to have to retreat afterwards. So stun card by Twisted Fate. I get 3 feathers down and pull back for the root onto the Gragas and the Yasuo. So of course, Your root is mainly for defensive purposes. Of course, you can use it in offensive ways, but generally it works way better when people are chasing you. That's why I love Xayah versus this team comp, because Xayah does very well into any team comp that wants to walk towards you, not wants to kite you out. So Lucian wants to dash in, Yasuo wants to dash in, Gragas wants to body slam in, Malphite wants to ult in. Pretty much the entire enemy team aside from Nami wants to just run at your face. So this team is pretty hard countered by Xayah in my opinion. So here we see that, you know, when they want to try to come in, they are going to be taking a lot of damage, especially from me. So we do get a very nice team fight victory at the Dragon, and we have 4 members strong, and we're going to take down top tower for all that juicy first tower gold. So pretty much this video, it's not really to cover any new revolutionary build on Xayah. It's not really to cover Xayah herself, but it's more so like a reminder to like everybody in the community that, you know, Xayah is still out there, and Xayah is still very, very good. At least in 2 specific team comps. So here Yasuo trying to be a little bit cheeky here, trying to overextend and take down the tower, or do some damage to the tower I should say. Gragas comes in with a body slam. My feathers are all in the wrong places, don't manage to root him at all. But me and Jenna escape unscathed. In the meanwhile, Lucian is actually picking up the top tower while my team is trying to get to the Rift Herald and try to pick it up. So here we're going for another team fight. I managed to get the kill onto the Gragas, and I'm kiting away to the other side of the team fight. Nice 3-man bubble by the Nami. Nami gets stunned by Twisted Fate, and I'm going to pull back the feathers to kill both the Nami as well as auto attack for the kill on the Malphite. So 3 quick kills to me there. So pretty nice. Getting my snowball rolling. So here I'm just going to pick up a free Rift Herald. Of course, technically it's not free because we did sacrifice top tower for it, but we're going to redistribute and probably going to go for a bot push. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to clear the mid lane, and I'm probably just going to recall and get myself some items. So yeah, my team is going to be pushing down the bot lane with the help of the Rift Herald, so that pretty much guarantees picking up the tier 1 tower, which we do. I pick up, of course, the completed Solari Charge Blade, as well as going towards the Infinity Edge. Of course, as a brief refresher, we go for BF Sword into Solari Charge Blade. Then we complete the Infinity Edge, normally get Xayahs at this point. Then we go for Bloodthirster. Then we go for Moral Reminder. And finally, we finish it off with a GA. So here, for some reason, Twisted Fate couldn't really finish off the fight against Yasuo. And so I just pretty much come in, and I guess you could say I KS'd him, but honestly he looked like he was having a little bit of trouble there with killing the Yasuo. Of course he would have picked up the kill on Yasuo in a second or so, so I guess you could say I KS'd him. So here Janna gets caught out again, and Twisted Fate ports over to join the fight. Here I'm walking, of course, because I can't port over. So here I'm walking to the fight. Twisted Fate gets a stun. I chain stun with, or I chain CC with my root, but unfortunately root doesn't stop Gragas from auto attacking, so Twisted Fate dies. Here I get caught, but I managed to use my ult to buy time for the Riven to come and save me, and Riven picks up a double. So here, pretty good example of why the Xayah ult is so powerful. It buys you like a second or so of time where you're pretty much just invulnerable. Of course I could have escaped, but being the fool that I am yet again, I pretty much just stick around and just get destroyed by the Yasuo. So no idea what I was thinking there, but yeah. That really does show the power of the Xayah ult. So here 2-iron Power Spike hit with the Solari Charge Blade together with the Infinity Edge. So we will be doing a lot of damage now. Yasuo wins a 1v1 against the Riven. Here in comes Janna and Twisted Fate. Yasuo ducking and diving, but can't finish the job. And Nami wave comes in just a little bit too late. But yeah, so my team doing pretty fine at the moment. We're winning in terms of kills and gold. We also picked up the Dragon and Herald, so we're doing pretty good at the moment. Alright, here we can see the next dragon is spawning. What I'm doing is I'm going to pick up mid lane priority. And you can see Nami and Malphite coming from the bot side of the map. So obviously I'm not going to stick around in the mid lane. My team isn't actually ready to do the dragon yet. As you can see, the Jace is at his red buff. Lucian is on the dragon by himself. So here Riven is going in onto the Lucian, as she should. Gragas is about to come in a moment for backup. He blast cones himself back into danger, allowing me to auto attack him for the kill. Obviously a mechanical misplay there. Here I ult, and Malphite and Yasuo actually do manage to pull out the combo. I pull back my feathers for a double root, and we're just gonna kite out the fight, getting another kill onto the Gragas, and pretty much is a clean ace a fight for nothing actually. So really clean team fight from my team. Entire enemy team goes down and my team gets out without a scratch. We pick up the dragon and we're also going to be able to pick up the mid lane tier 1. I think that was pretty much the most decisive fight of the game because my team managed to wipe them out without anyone dying, and also because of that managed to pick up a dragon and a tower, maybe even 2 towers. So that's pretty much the definitive fight for the game, and really at this point, because of that fight, the snowball is rolling for my team, and we're really, you know, having a huge lead on the enemy team now. So here, everybody is just going to reset. Obviously, we got a lot of gold from the past team fight, so we're going to have to get some items. Here, I finish off my Xayahs, getting myself that Vamp Scepter to get some lifesteal going. Of course, going towards my Bloodthirster. And Rift Herald is coming up at this point. So being very strong now, we can't actually afford to contest the Rift Herald. Of course, Yasuo hits the tornado, but he's not going to out us under tower. Alright, so here Riven kind of goes a little bit too far on her own. Pretty much finds herself in a 1v3. I can't really do anything about it because the wind wall is up. Here I'm going to have to ult to prevent myself from taking too much damage. Gragas barely escapes my my feathers pulling back. And here Malphite's going in. I managed to root him with my feathers. And I'm on the chase. 1 HP on 2 enemy targets. Malphite's really low. And we do manage to pick up the kills. There we go. Twisted Fate picks up the double. But really unfortunate for me that I couldn't pick up any kills. Everybody was really low and I couldn't really chase. So here we actually pick up the mid lane inhib, which of course is huge. Because super minions will be permanently spawning. And now if we so choose, which of course we should, we will be able to fall back to the Rift Herald. So here, me and Riven are going to duo out the Rift Herald. Jace is just walking from base, so he's probably not going to make it here in time. Here I secure the Rift Herald, and I'm going to just recall with the Rift Herald Empowered Recall. And Bloodthirster for me. Alright, so here I have my 3 crit items. I should be really strong at this point in time. So pretty much not too scared of picking any fights. Of course, I can't be the one tanking the damage in the front lines, but pretty much I should be good to go as long as somebody is there with me. Or, I mean, like in a 1v1 against someone, I probably win. Maybe not against Lucian, but honestly probably against Lucian because I do have 1 item more than him. Here we're just checking if any enemies are nearby. Lucian spotted, and also the ward spotted, so we're just going to remove that ward. And we're just going to push for the second tier tower. Lucian has to result to ulting to wave clear, which he has done a couple of times as well. Here we're just diving the Lucian. Nice ult by the Malphite to stop the Jace. But it doesn't really matter. The Rift Herald will finish off the tower, of course. And we will finish off the Malphite. Lucian, of course, did die previously as well. And here Gragas comes in. Nami comes in as well. But I just do too much damage. Nami just dies. Gragas just managed to escape though. And we're going to pick up the top lane inhib. So at this point, pretty much more or less the game is won as long as we don't screw anything up. Yasuo has been split pushing and he realizes his base is in trouble. So he's going to recall. Fortunately for him, we ran out of minions. So we're going to have to back off. And Baron is up. Dragon's coming up in 20 or so seconds. So my team is in really good shape to pick up some objectives. So here I'm just going to back. Probably pick up like a Moral Reminder and a Last Whisper if possible. Not Last Whisper, a little bit out of my range. So I'm just going to pick up the Moral Reminder for now. And yep, Last Whisper acquired. Waiting a couple of seconds in the base just for that little bit more gold. And here we're going for... I'm not sure if we're going for Baron or Dragon. I guess we're going for Dragon now. So here we're going for Dragon. Jace is actually at the Baron area. He's actually pinging us back. But since the enemy team isn't actually even contesting Twisted Fate out to check, enemy team is all in mid lane. So me and Twisted Fate are going to duo down the Dragon. There we go. Another Dragon picked up for our team. Jace not needed. And now we can actually just rotate over to the Baron and take it if we so choose. Because we obviously have a huge lead against the enemy team and it can't do too much to us if we decide to do so. Twisted Fate gets a stun into the Malphite. Not exactly the best target, but honestly not too important at this point. Redemption by Janna just to top up everybody in terms of health. Here I'm pinging, of course, for the Baron because it's the most logical move. We're having a little bit of difficulty just pushing in without the Baron buff. So with the Baron buff, we can go for the game-winning push. So here, enemy team probably doesn't even know we're doing the Baron. Even if they do, they're not even bothering to walk over and contest. So we pick up a free Baron. Now, an entire enemy team is in mid lane, so is my team. And we're just gonna go for like, if we can go for a game-ending team fight. If not, we can just push out the lanes and just try to end the game. Right, so Jay's pretty much going in by himself, 1v5, has to flash out. And here Malphite is walking into me, so I can pull back all my feathers for huge damage and a huge root. I nearly killed the Nami just with 2 auto attacks, probably a third would have killed her. And the minions are working on the base, so here I'm just going to focus the base as well. Don't really care about them kills, just caring about the victory and the LP, of course. So pretty much the moral of the story is Xayah is still really good. So I'm going to leave you guys with the stats as usual. Thank you guys for watching the video, and goodbye.